Right. So we should be on now. Pier, what's his name? Pier Giorgio wrote a message saying he cannot be with us today. So, but he sends his best wishes for the coming holidays and so on. So that's it. So Sabrina, Antonella, Adriana, do you think somebody else is coming? Shall we start?
I don't know.
I'm here.
Hi.
Yes, hi Sabrina.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
I'm here. I'm sorry, but I can't stay long. We teachers are paying a very, very high.
Don't you tell me. I know that. I know perfectly.
I'm sorry, but I've been talking to parents for 2 hours and I have to prepare all the lesson. I have a meeting with parents tonight because we have a COVID problem. So
are you online now?
Yes, no, I've just finished. I was just finishing my meeting with the parents right now, and I'm drinking a nice cup of coffee now at the moment.
But I mean, in this period, are you online?
Not online, but it should have been like that. But it wasn't.
Probably yes. Probably yes.
We have 3 days more to go, so we can finish up. Hopefully healthy. Hopefully.
Yes.
But there are so many things to finish that I need the time because I have to work at night.
Yes, don't worry at all. Do whatever you have to do. Don't you worry at all.
Yes, but I wanted to greet you for Christmas.
At least yes. Exchange Christmas wishes.
Yes, and at least that.
Okay, I'm not telling you, I'm not asking you what you'll do for Christmas because this year there isn't much we can do, is there?
Yeah. I know, actually, we haven't decided yet because we don't know yet, so.
Yeah, exactly. But probably everybody's staying at home, I think. I don't know. They were saying that it will be impossible, it will be forbidden. We want to be allowed to go outside our municipality, not only on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but also on Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas. And
I haven't decided yet. That's the point.
Yes,
we would be glad to know what we are going to face, but we don't know yet. So
yes, somebody wants to open, somebody doesn't want to. Zaya was, in favor of opening the ski resorts and everything, and now he's in favor of closing everything up.
Zaya did make an ordinance.
Yes, from 2:00 p.m.
Yes, I think it's the most stupid thing I ever seen in my life because he's forbidden nothing. Because you can go to the hairdresser in a different municipality. You can go wherever you want. But so where is the point in doing something like that? I really don't understand.
I don't know exactly, but probably they made a kind of, statistics and discovered that most of the meetings from the people were in the afternoon and evening, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know, but there must be.
I've got a different point of view.
What do you think, Adriana?
The opinion is that, as he said, if the government doesn't decide, I will decide on my own.
Yeah, that's typical of.
And that was a political point because the ordinanza is very stupid.
Okay, but I agree with you with the governors like De Luca in Campania, and some of them are really like this. If the government says yes, I will say no. If the government says no, I'm going to say yes. But I don't know, Saya is of course, he's not in favor of the government because he's of the Lega, but he's not so polemic, less than others. So maybe there is a reason behind all these.
No, but it's not to be polemic. As he said that he stuck to his point. He said, I have to do something. If you government don't do, I will do it. And so he did. But the ordinanza is very stupid because nothing is forbidden. So what is the point in doing it? Yesterday, as I work in a different municipality, I live nearby. I have 8 kilometers to go from my house to my school. But anyway, it's a different municipality. I was looking to, I need to read it and to know if I have to get ready with my liberatoria or whatever. I don't know.
Everything, yes.
And I said, what the point? It's very stupid. It's everything, you can do everything. You can go in a different municipality, but even for stupid things, I mean, going to the hairdresser, going shopping, go to the supermarket, whatever, you can do whatever you want. So, but I don't see the point anyway. I don't have to be worried for my moving around because I can do it.
Yes, anyway, probably we'll stay at home. I hope I'll be able to go up to the mountains to spend Christmas time with my mother, because she's 80, she's all alone up there. Out of 3 children, none of us can go and visit her, because my brother lives in Friuli, Venezia Giulia. My sister lives in Tuscany, so different regions. So I'm the only one who can reach her. So I hope I'll be allowed to go there, at least to spend a couple of days for Christmas with her. And especially if it snows, because it can be very hard, beautiful, but can be very hard if it snows in the mountains, because you have to, spade away the snow, and it's all very slippery, it's cold, it's, so for an 80-year-old lady, I mean, if she has some helps, it's useful, so we'll see. If possible, I will go with my family, of course, my partner, my daughter, and, but I'm not sure I will be able to do that.
We're not sure because we don't know. That's the point. They have to decide.
My plan was to leave on the 23rd, to go up there on the 23rd in the morning, because after 2 o'clock I wouldn't be able to move from Verona. But if I leave in the morning and I'll be there by 2, I should be okay.
Yeah.
The problem is my daughter has an exam, a university exam on the 23rd in the late morning. So we should leave very early in order to be there by the late morning and allow her to, do her exam. So it's a little bit complicated, but we'll see. Anyway, in any case, thank you very much for being with us and wishing us, good, a happy and Merry Christmas and good holidays and everything. Who's gone? Antonella's gone. Anyway, so what are we going to do tonight? Sabrina, any suggestion? Adriana, we were talking about something last time. Oh, about the group projects. There was a point in which my opinion and Adriana's opinion were different. I think it was something like do not blame, maybe not group project, the class, do not blame the whole class or the whole group if 1 or 2 of them behave badly.
I remember that.
And you didn't agree. Why didn't you agree, Adriana?
Okay.
What's your position?
We are lucky in our school because we can work with a psychologist. We have been working with her, I think, for a long time, because I've always seen her in the school. So, and this year, the government allowed every school to have a psychologist to cope with the COVID effects. But we have always been working with her, and she has always told us, you have to treat the class as a group. They have to grow up. grow up together as a group, not only individually, but they have to find an identity as a group of people. And this is very important. I trust it because I see that they have to learn to be a group and to act and defend or answer back or defend their opinions in front of a group of peers. Of course, we are talking about peer education with the peers. This is really important because, of course, that the responsibility is individual. Okay, if you damage something or if you use bad language, or it's individual, and you will be punished individually, of course. But they have to, especially. Let's give an example with the mask, wearing the masks. Okay, they have to find a common pattern together, that the class is respecting the rules. The class, not Pierino, Giovanni, the class is respecting the rule, and they have to help each other. If your classmate doesn't doesn't accomplish with the recommendation, you have to tell him or her, come on, wear your mask, put it correctly, keep your distance. Okay, that's important for them. That's really important. That was what I meant. I meant this, not that you have to punish everyone. I do not agree with that. If there is a damage, okay, in the classroom, it happens. And se non viene fuori, if you don't say who was, no, that I do not agree with that. Okay, but as a process of growing up, yes, I do believe in it.
Yes, yes. Or in this case, we have the same opinion then. It was a very, very last minute last time, and I understood something completely different. But yes, I totally agree with you. You know, if you put it like that. Yes. No, my idea was do not punish the whole class if the guilty person of some bad thing like breaking something or doesn't come out, because you know, you put the children one against the other instead of you know, helping them to grow together as a group. And if somebody thinks he will be punished anyway, I mean, there's no point in behaving you know, in a good manner if you're punished anyway, even if somebody else does the wrong things. So yes, but I totally agree.
Yeah, but I agree with you, although there are, of course, specific situations in which you can find different solutions. Okay, as a whole, generally speaking, I agree with you. Although we have a rule in the school, in the school regulations, that says that if even the classroom, I mean, talking about the classroom, so we talk about buildings, desks, I don't know, staff chairs,
so whatever,
there is a damage, the class as a whole will be called to pay for that.
Yes, is responsible for it.
Yes,
but that's in case, of course, nobody knows who did the manage.
But nobody never knows.
No, but sometimes they do know, only they don't want to talk because, I mean, it's their way of being together, you know. So yes, and they have to understand that if somebody does something wrong, you know, they have to help him or her to correct themselves.
That's important.
Yes, the only way is also.
I do it like that sometimes when there is, it happened in the past that we had some very bad situations, and I went into the class, I talked to them. I mean, it happened this and this and this. The consequences will be this and this and this. Okay, think about, and I took them outside in the courtyard, and they went, let's say, 50 meters away from me. And I said, okay, now you make a circle and discuss. And then when you have finished, come to me, find the portavoce, I don't know, the speaker, okay, find the speaker, portavoce, correct? Find the speaker,
yes,
and
yes.
when you have finished, once you have finished, come to me and give me your conclusions, okay? And it worked. I mean, only once, the guilty person, it was a bad damage, really bad damage. The guilty person came forward and said, it was my fault, I didn't mean to be, so, okay, so they discussed and they found a solution. I'm very, very keen on doing that, keen on boosting them to find a solution. Okay, they sometimes they don't, of course, because they are very young, but we try.
Yes, yes. So yes, so I totally agree with you. What's your position, Sabrina and Antonella? What are your ideas about all these, your opinions?
I agree with you, Maria Pia, because it is important that all the girls and the boys understand that if they are they wrong, they do something wrong, and they never be punished by the teacher without the explanation, cioè because la spiegazione, without the meaning of the guilty. Okay, so because it is important that they go in a group, not one against another, but in a group that they help each other.
Yes, exactly. And they also help the guilty person to understand that he did something who's damaging everyone, you know?
Yes.
Yes. What's your opinion, Sabrina? Are you with us? Maybe she can't really. Audio is like a dancer. I can't hear you very well. Sorry, I've got connection problems. Okay, Sabrina has got connection problems. All right, so that was a point. No, we basically agree, actually. So no real discussion about it. What do you think, Adriana? Did you want to add something else?
No, that's okay for
yeah.
We've got to face the COVID massively at the moment. Really, it's massive.
In your school as well? Have
no,
you got many?
In my school, I'm very proud because we haven't been a cluster up to, let's say, yesterday, 2 days ago. We haven't been a cluster. We haven't had any cluster in the classrooms.
Good.
I mean, one positive, or then another one, but not a cluster, But since yesterday, we have 2, and we are very worried. And we all think, the dirigente, including the headmaster, we all think we should have closed. We should have closed last Sunday.
Well, I think that she could do it if she wants.
She can't, because we have a regional amount of days to be done in the school year, okay? A regional, and it is Zaya, also the region, who decides how many days we can skip and how many days of school we must have. And as the final date is the 5th of June, I don't remember, the 6th,
something like that, yes.
We must stay inside that date. And although if he doesn't say you can change, we can't. Okay, so we can't lose days of school. We can only extend.
You know what you could do, probably, if you really feel it important, you could close down on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday maybe, and maybe shorten the Easter holidays or another period.
We can't, Maria Pia, because that's the region. The holiday, we have a regional calendar of the schools, okay?
No, but there are some, okay.
We can only add.
There were some days which were at the disposal of.
Yes. So we did one. That's the 7th of December, okay? That's we must. It was stupid, because we have been safe up to now, okay? And now we are not, and we are worried, because I'm very strict with my students during these days, because okay, come on, we don't want to miss our holidays because we get infected
COVID.
right now. Okay, no, come on. No.
I know, but you know, unfortunately, I'm hearing of many people, my friends, parents,
Yes.
who are getting, you know, infected in these days, and also some of them lost their parents. So old
Very sad.
people, but nevertheless, I mean.
Well, in Veneto, we are the worst part now at the moment, the worst part. So I am very worried, and I don't want to get infected right now. Okay, I want to have my holidays because I deserve my holidays.
Exactly. Yes, no, keep up. We won't be, you know, infected. Let's think positive. Welcome, Eliana. What do you think about it? Are you worried? What's the situation in your school?
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you. I don't know, what are you talking about?
We're talking about coronavirus, basically.
Oh my God. Okay.
We're all very worried for the situation. So I was wondering, what's the situation you are facing in your school?
Well, in my school, we are in presence. Here, the situation is not really terrible. There are few people infected. We didn't have any students infected.
Oh, good.
No teachers. We were all well.
Wow.
Yes.
With quarantine, I can't believe it.
Me neither. Yes. I can't believe it.
Yes. Well, I live in the very south of Puglia. So it's a little paradise now.
Yeah,
okay.
No, because in Veneto here, the situation is getting worse.
Yes, I read, I watched it on TV. It's terrible. I saw images and videos about
coronavirus in Veneto.
Yes, coronavirus, Borgo Trento situation.
Oh, the hospital.
The hospital, yes.
The hospital is completely filled up. There's no place. There are no places available, and some of them are obliged to stay in first aid because there are no intensive care beds available. So
yes,
I know.
Terrible.
Here the situation is similar in Bari and in the north of Puglia, not like Veneto, Verona, or the big cities in the north, of course. But here in Lecce, in the south, is not so dangerous.
Well, Veneto managed to stay in the orange area because of its availabilities in beds in the hospitals.
We are yellow. We are not orange. We are yellow.
Sorry, yes, yellow.
Yes. So someone cheated about that. Someone cheated. I didn't cheat, but someone else cheated about that.
Do you think we should go into the orange?
No, we are. If you watch some different statistics, okay, with the color starting from a pale pink up to dark violet, we are dark violet at the moment, okay? So we are not yellow. Zaya said we are yellow plus. No, we are yellow plus.
Plus. Orange minus.
I don't know, but someone, you know, if you want to have a laugh, my sister lives in Milan and she was planning to come to visit us before the closing up, okay? So she was thinking about coming this weekend, and she said, from Milan, mind it, from Milan, she said, I'm not sure I want to come to Veneto, okay? So has the table turned? Come on, table turned.
Exactly. Now, you know, it depends on the things they took into account, the indicators, they called it, because we we are doing a lot of check-ins and so on. So that's also one of the reasons why many positive persons are found out. In other regions, they simply don't do the checking. And of course, in that way, they don't really discover the positive persons. And that's a point. Moreover, up to now, the situation in the hospitals wasn't so bad. So that was the reason why we were yellow region. But the things are getting worse and worse and are really precipitating, in these last days lately. So we really have to be very, very careful.
Yeah, we are top with the dead people. Okay, so that's an indicator, a very powerful one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very worried up to now, but I think I will survive for 3 days.
No, you must survive at least till January.
But after 3 days, we will have holidays, so I don't have to go to school. No, I don't have. No, yes, I don't have to go to school, and so that's different because now I think it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
I always wear my FFP2, but anyway, it's.
Yes. Yeah, it is. I'm happy I'm doing at least a great part of my lessons online. I'm very grateful for that this year. It's a different way of teaching. It's not so involving and, but in this period, I'm happy I'm doing it online, believe me. Anyway, and will you get vaccination? If the vaccine will start, will you get vaccinated? What do you think about the vaccine, Sabrina, Eliana, Antonella, Adriana? Personally, even if I'm very worried about coronavirus, I'd rather not get vaccinated unless it's really very, very important and compulsory or necessary, because personally I think these vaccines haven't been tested enough. They've done things in a very quick way. Of course, they managed to cut all the part regarding the funding. For example, they looking for the money to do the researches because they got a lot of money from the various governments and the European Union and so on. So that part was cut, and they managed to speed up to other parts, but nevertheless nobody has ever checked the results of these vaccines in the long term. So I'm not sure I want to do it. What's your opinion about it?
Well, I think it was like that for every single vaccine before that. When something is new, I mean, it is new. And so some people are doubtful. I am doubtful about that. But we have an advantage that some other countries started before us. So we see the effect
just a little bit before us. Well, not enough to discover if others. No, but it's enough, because one of my worries is that the vaccine has been tested only on young, healthy people up to now. It hasn't been tasted on, none of them have been tasted on elderly people with other health problems, and so we can't really say how it will work on those.
It's the same principle of the influence. I mean, the influence vaccine is for elderly people. My mother does it. She's 85, so I mean, inoculating a vaccine is the same. The idea is the same idea.
Yeah, the basic idea is the same, but it's a different virus, so we don't know what it may provoke in the body, And so in this case, it's good that, for example, Great Britain started.
I'm very proud. You go first and I'll follow. I definitely wouldn't be vaccinated with the Sputnik, the Russian Sputnik, never ever, okay? Not the Russian one.
Exactly, you know, I don't trust Russian people. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, but I tend not to be very, you know, trustful in Russian news and, you know, these kind of things, nor with American as well, to be honest. I trust a little bit more the European Union and, you know, our specialists, but nevertheless, I'm happy somebody else started first.
Yes, I agree. Me too. But I think I will. I mean, we the school personnel, I think we will be called to be vaccinated in spring or
in a couple of months.
And okay, we have some months to go, so we will see, because some side effects are coming up. Some side effects.
Yes.
Okay,
there
but
was
I think
a woman in Alaska who had a very bad reaction.
But that's normal. It happens with other vaccines as well. Okay, so that's the anti-vax. The anti-vax is exactly what they say, that there are some reactions.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
I thought you couldn't come.
Sorry, I'm late.
No problem, sir. Very welcome. Yes, sorry, Adriana.
And I think I will. I mean, if I have to go to school, okay, I wouldn't go now. I wouldn't go for the vaccine right now. But let's say in 2 or 3 months, we are not talking about having the vaccine right now in Italy. They will start in January. So we have we have a full month to see the English. If they get crazy, they become zombie or something like that, we will see. Okay. You know, imagine that film, which was the film with I Am Legend with, do you remember that film? Where the I Am Legend with, I don't remember the black actor, he's very famous.
Anyway, and it was about zombies.
Yes.
Will Smith.
Yes, with Will Smith, thanks, Eliana. Okay. And that was very famous. That people infected by something, some virus, became zombies, eating one another. Okay, so that's okay. We will see if Great Britain becomes like that, or Russia maybe. And then I think I will go. I think I'm not particularly happy about that. Not particularly happy. But we have to do something, Maria Pia. We cannot stay like that.
Yes, you're right. And it will probably become not really compulsory, but actually compulsory, practically compulsory, because you will probably be asked to be vaccinated to be able to take a plane or go abroad or do maybe go into a hotel or something. So in this case, what can you do? So, yeah. What's your opinion? Barbara, Antonella, Eliana.
Oh, sorry, but I was late. What was it about?
We're talking about coronavirus and the new vaccine.
Okay. I am sorry. I'm quite skeptical about vaccines. I don't know if I will accept it, because I think if the virus changes, mutes, there are many varieties of it. So will it be useful?
Another point, yes.
Because for instance, flu vaccine, flu virus, common flu virus changes every year.
Yeah.
So the vaccine changes every year. So
not only every year, but there are
I read about Britain. There were 13 different varieties of it. So would the vaccine cover all of them? If yes, maybe I will vaccinate myself. If not, sorry.
Yes, but the point is that if we don't try, we will never know. That's the point.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, I agree. Let's the other try first.
Ok, armiamoci partite in Italian.
Esatto, armiamoci partite. Yes, you go first, I'll follow.
I'm more
positive.
I'm more scared about the reaction I could have if I get the vaccine, and not about his property to cover, to protect us. Sometimes I have had some reactions with some medicines. So I'm scared about my reaction, my possible reactions.
Yes. Actually, I'm lucky. I've never had any problem with any vaccine whatsoever, but nevertheless, I'd rather.
My mom had a problem with a flu vaccine once, and she got a very serious headache here, and then I was frightened, and then it turned to a pain in her leg.
Oh my God.
And her hip, on her hip anche, giusto? Sì.
Yes.
She had to go to a surgery about it, and it may have been the flu vaccine. So
To the surgery, what? My God, that's a very bad reaction.
Yeah, about 30 years ago, 27 years ago, 6.
Yeah, I prefer not to have anything to do with medicines in general, drugs in general. Even if I've got a little.
I understand that there may be some reactions and unwanted reactions.
Yeah, there are people who are kind of allergic about some components. I don't know.
If you get allergic, if you got an allergy.
Yeah. What's your opinion, Antonella? Will you get your vaccination when it comes?
I'm not sure. I'm worried too about vaccine, and I agree with you all because it is new and it isn't enough tested. I don't know. We don't know really the effects in the long time. Recently, I read that the famous scientist Piero Angela says that we must trust in science, but I'm not sure that I will do the vaccine too. I prefer
to trust in science when scientists have got enough time to do their researches and, are objectives about the results and are not influenced by the markets and, all these kind of things.
Yes, I prefer to wait. I prefer to wait.
What about you, Eliana? Okay, Sabrina, do you want to say something? Okay. So anyway, most of us agree on letting the others go first.
Yeah, in a way.
Yes, but it is the only hope we have. I mean, because we have proved.
Actually, they're also developing some promising cures, drugs, medicines, which seem to work, in curing the illness or the disease. So
maybe it's better. Maybe it's better.
No, it's not better because we always, anyway, you get ill before that. So you are curing something that you have. The point is not taking it. So the vaccine is a prevention. Okay, so we have to stop it because we have proved during this year, all through this year, that we are not very good at distancing, mask, and so on. Okay, so we said, okay, we have defeated it. We trusted it. We thought we have defeated it in when was it? In spring, late spring,
May,
June.
Yes.
It was not true, and now we are here again, and we will be there again if we don't do something. I mean, radical. I use this adjective, radical. Okay, either we close up and we stay isolated for, let's say, 2 months, but it is impossible because the economy will be dead after that, completely dead. Okay, either we do something different because it is not getting better. So I'm worried because I really trusted it when we were very, very strict last spring. Okay, we were very strict, closing up everything.
And we couldn't go out.
Yeah, so still here.
But it worked.
Yeah, so.
But that was the only possibility at the time. Nowadays, I mean, we can work a little bit better, but yes. Oh my God.
We pretend that we are working better. We pretend, but if we look carefully at the data
the figures,
carefully,
yeah,
it is worse than in March now. Okay.
We almost reached the 70,000 deaths, casualties.
Mamma mia, I can't believe it. It's terrible. Anyway, let's talk I have to go in a few minutes, but let's say something positive.
Yes.
Last week, I went to the city center because I had to do, I had to go to an office and I had no online possibility, so I get to go physically there. So I was in front of I don't know how you say that, where they sell suitcases. Have you got a name for that shop? Suitcases and luggages.
Yes.
Well, a shop. And I saw a very beautiful trolley, and it was with a huge discount. So I said, let's be positive. We will go back
let's buy one.
Yes, I bought one for myself, and my sister said, why did you buy the suitcase? You are not flat, but we will go back to fly. We will go back on holiday. So that was my positive thought.
Good. We always have to think positive, otherwise we'll get crazy. No, let's think positive. And you know what? I'm a part-time teacher. I'm mainly a guide, a tourist guide. So I have to think positive, because otherwise I'll be ruined. I don't gain any money as a guide in this period. So it's a very bad period for me, particularly. I mean, I'm safe, I'm healthy, that's good. But from an economical point of view, it's a very hard period for me, tough period.
Yeah,
You know,
I believe you. It's true.
Got
and you are not alone, eh? You are not alone.
I know. All my colleagues are the same. At least most of them got some money from the government. I didn't, because I've got this part-time job as a teacher. So their idea was, and probably rightly, that I've got a little income to count on. And so I wasn't inserted in the refunds and the money that were given to my colleagues. Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm not complaining. I had some little money, in my current accounts in the bank. So I haven't got any big problem, but and my family counts on me, because my partner hasn't got a job. He works restoring the house we live in and the flat above us, which we recently bought. He's very good in doing anything, plumber, carpenter, whatever. So he's doing that. So he's working, but he's not gaining money. On the contrary, he's spending money. And my daughter is a university student, so she used to do, to accompany people from the hotel to the station, from the hotel to the airport, these kind of things. But nowadays she can't do that anymore. She used to work as a babysitter, but again, she's not doing it now. So the only income we have in this period is my part-time job as a teacher.
Yeah, not much.
But we're safe. I mean, we're healthy. That's the most important thing. Money is not really important. We'll survive. We've got a house to live in, so.
Yeah, but money, anyway, money is important when you don't have it. That's the point.
I know, but I mean, health is even more important.
Yeah, it's true. You cannot buy health. That's true.
But one thing before I forget, Stefano asked me to ask you if some of you would be available to work as a translator, actually, on the 28th and 29th of May. which should be a Friday and a Sunday, because he's organizing with the Europol, a series of conferences and workshops, and the people are coming from all over the world, and there will be something like 10, 12, or 15 workshops at the same time. So he needs people to help, you know, to translate. It won't be, I mean, it'll be a simultaneous translation, but not really simultaneous. There will be, there will be people saying a sentence and waiting for you to translate it. So, and most of them will be workshops. So how to do this, how to play this game, what to do. So shouldn't be very difficult. So if any of you can be available and at the disposal, that would be very, very helpful to the Polo Europeo della Conoscenza.
But where?
And very interesting. I suppose it's very interesting as well.
Where? In Verona or?
In Verona. In Verona on the 28th and 29th of May.
I've never been a translator, indeed. So maybe
No,
translate
nor
into
me,
English
but
or into Italian.
from English into Italian.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, could be a temptation in a way.
Barbara.
I'm not sure anyway. We can do.
Shouldn't be too difficult. The only problem is that there will be teachers, you know, from all over the world, and that they will have to explain, you know, their theories and how to do this and how to do that, and they will do it in English. And most of the audience will be Italian people.
Will it be online?
No, I don't think so. No. He talked about going somewhere to translate.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
because we don't know. In May it could be. I mean, I really hope we will be out from the.
If he'll be allowed to organize all this, because he's organizing it all, because of course the European Union wants everything prepared months in advance.
Yeah.
But then if by May the situation is still like this, we won't be able to do it. But, you know, for the moment, he's going on with the organization, because of course he has to to give everything to the European Union at least 3-4 months in advance. So I don't know the expiring date for, you know, giving all the project, but it won't be May, it will be much before. So he asked me to ask you if some of you would be available to help in this, even if not for 2 days, even if only for half a day, few hours, whatever. That's, you know, a help anyway. So I told him I've never worked as an interpreter, as a translator, but I'll do my best, and I'm sure it'll be all right.
So we can translate from English into Italian,
yes,
to Italian teachers who are coming to listen the conference.
Yes, not only teachers, anybody is welcome actually, but yes, basically, yeah. It's about education. I can't remember what he told me, but anyway, it's all about education. It's also interesting, probably. I don't know, because
more than interesting.
Yes.
I think it's interesting, but I can't plan something for the 29th of May, because I don't know where I will be on the 29th of May. Maybe suffocated by exams in Valsi and whatever else. I don't know. It's
not a good period for me either, because if I start working as a guide, the end of May will be a very busy period. But nevertheless, I said, okay, Stefano, put me in.
Okay.
But he needs a number of people, because as I told you, there will be something like 12 or 15 workshops at the same time. So that's it.
But anyway, the C2 groups, maybe they are better than us. The C2, you have the C2.
The C1, we don't have one.
Yes, C1, sorry.
C1. Yes, we will ask the C1 people as well. Yes. But you're good as well. I mean, I'm sure you can perfectly do it.
I tried Maria Pia in the past and it was hell. I tried the simultaneous translation, it was hell.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to do a simultaneous translation because either I listen or I talk. You need a lot of practice to be able to do the two things simultaneously. But this won't be simultaneous. I mean, it'll be like I say a sentence and the other one translates it. So, you know, somebody will say...
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But the problem is that if there are African people, I tell you, I don't understand their English. To me, it's Chinese. Yeah. It's Chinese to me, okay? So the problem would be that they have to repeat the same thing 3 times because I don't understand the English, okay?
Yes.
To me, it's Chinese. I can cope with English. I mean, British English and, you know, standard English, let's say the international English of the UK, of the United States.
Yes. Also, at the same time, Stefano will know about, you know, about these 12, 15, whatever workshops, the people who can speak English clearly with a British accent or with, you know, an African accent. And it's funny, you saying it sounds like Chinese, because I would have said it sounds like Greek to me. Usually English people say it sounds Greek to me.
Yeah.
We say Arabo, parlar, but that's funny because somebody else says it sounds Italian. And somebody else says it sounds like Portuguese. It's funny. It's very funny to see how, you know, different peoples consider the other languages very...
Well, you know, the problem is that if they speak Greek, I do understand. So it doesn't sound like Greek to me because I do understand.
Can you speak Greek, Adriana?
No, I understand Greek because I understand a bit of Greek. I do not speak it. I mean, I speak just, you know, a few words, survival words in Greek. But I do understand. But I definitely do not speak any Chinese and I do not understand Chinese. Okay. Now, it could be Arabic. It is the same because I don't understand any of it.
If there are some Japanese people, I would be happy to help with them.
Okay. Do you speak Japanese?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. I'm a tourist guide for English and Japanese.
Wow.
I normally work with the Japanese people as a guide. So
how come you speak Japanese?
I graduated in languages in Venice. Japanese, actually English first language, Japanese second language.
Wow, but Japanese is really amazing.
No. It's very difficult to read and to write because they had their own language when they adopted the Chinese ideograms, kanji, they call them. And so they adapted the kanjis to their language, and it was a mess because and then their pronunciation is different from the Chinese pronunciation of the kanjis, of the ideograms. So the same ideograms have got different pronunciations, and it changes when it's combined with other, so reading and writing is really very difficult. Even Japanese people cannot really read a newspaper or something like that. But the language itself is very easy, very easy. A very basic grammar, easier than the English grammar. No plurals, no feminine and masculine, no, the verbs are the same for all the persons, no future, no, very, very easy. There's only a past and a present, and the present continuous, okay? Because, I mean, the past, if it's past, since, you simply add since, blah, blah, blah. So no difference if it's a far past or a recent past. No future, you use the present and simply add tomorrow, in 2 weeks, whatever. So and the sounds are very easy for us Italian, because it's always a consonant and the vowel, a consonant and the vowel, ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, sa, se, shi, so, su. So very, very easy to pronounce. The only difficulty is it's completely different.
Yeah.
So if you know the word, okay. If you don't know it, you cannot imagine.
No, you can't. You can't imagine.
In English, if you don't know the word family, but you hear it, you can imagine it means familia. In Japanese, if you hear kazoku, which is family, either you know it or you don't know it.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
So that's
wow. Anyway, Japanese. Okay, nice.
Yes.
Okay, so wish me Merry Christmas in Japanese, please, because I have to go. Wish me Merry Christmas in Japanese.
Okay, very few people are Christians in Japan, so but nevertheless it would be Christmas o omedetou gozaimasu with a bending.
Oh my God.
Christmas o omedetou gozaimasu. Omedetou gozaimasu means I wish you, basically.
Auguri, right. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Yes. I have to be the teacher now. I have to go and finish up all the stuff for tomorrow.
Okay, Adriana, bye. Merry Christmas to you too.
See you in the new year.
And let's hope the 2021 will be a much, much, much better year than 2020.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, bye. Thanks for having come with us. Bye. Okay, so what about the other ones? Antonella, Sabrina, Eliana, and Barbara. Tell me something. Nobody's going to tell me anything?
Well, my son came to me because we have the car being repaired, and maybe we have to go to take it.
Okay, you have to go as well, Barbara.
I don't know if he goes by himself. Maybe.
Sorry, you don't need to
He's
go?
going to take the car.
Okay. So you can stay with us. Good.
Maybe I should say yes.
Good. Okay, so what are you doing in your school set at the moment? Tell me something. Are you okay with your programs? Are you happy with your children?
Well, yes. So we're going, okay. It's okay now. And now we'll be relaxed very soon.
Yes, everybody's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's very stressing, when you, among the other things, all the other things, you also have to be careful about how you move, what you wear, what you touch, it's also so difficult. I know.
Yes, it is difficult.
Yeah. Stressing more than difficult, because you have to keep thinking, oh no, wait, I cannot go near them.
I think they're getting used to it anyway. They've learned that they should not borrow things from other friends, or maybe if I can borrow them, but they won't sanitize things, certain things. And well, we can go. I hope it will finish soon, but I don't know.
Okay, 2 days more. 3 days more. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Antonella, how are you going on with your children at school?
Very well, but very busy. Because in this period we are, it is normal that the stress is in our work, but this year the COVID is more stressful for us. And we are always, we teach in presence, but we have the computer on for the DDE, for the children that are at the school, at home.
In quarantine,
and, yes, and we receive every day their work, So in this afternoon, I correct, I read some text from my students, and it is very, very difficult.
Yes, you read. How many tests did you read? You had to read how many?
Today only 2. Fortunately, only 2.
Luckily,
yes. Because it is only from one of my students, because the other are in class, but 2 are at home. One of these sent me a text in
homeworks.
Yes, only 2.
Okay, not so bad.
No, not so bad today, but Sunday is worst.
I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's all very difficult because somebody at home, somebody in presence. So, oh my God.
Yes, and sometimes I forget something, and the day later, oh my God, I have to do this. Allora I have to write a mail. Dear Sarah, can you send me another? Oh, can you please send me this? It is impossible.
Yeah, I know.
It's impossible.
Keep up 2 days more, 2-3 days more.
Yes.
We'll be on holiday. Eliana, what's your position? Do you teach English, Antonella?
No, fortunately, no. For my I teach Italian. My English is terrible. No,
it's not at all. It's not at all.
No, I teach Italian, history, and geography. But I like English, and I organize the travel with my students in
swaps with the other countries.
Yes. So I started this activity 7 years ago with my colleague, my English colleague. Yes. Then she retired, and I have this activity. I decided to continue. Because I like,
of course,
because I like English, I like England, I like the sound of this language, and I like to visit new places, and I'm very curious about how they live.
Yes, other cultures.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, it's a very fascinating language. I like the sound of English myself. Yes. And then it's a lingua franca. You can use it everywhere in the world. So it's particularly useful, because, for example, I also like the sound of French, but I don't particularly like.
No, French are not very well. No.
Yes.
French people, no.
But the language is the sounds is very fascinating to me.
I prefer Spanish. Spanish
is very involving. It's passion.
Yes, passion.
It's passion. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Sabrina, unfortunately, probably cannot talk. Can you talk, Sabrina? I don't think she can. She wrote before she had problems, connection problems. And
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
So, how are you going?
Maybe the connection is going well.
Yes. Now it's working.
I don't know. Working. Okay.
It's working now. What do you teach, Sabrina? Do you teach English?
I teach English, science, art.
Do you teach in a primary school?
In a primary school, yes.
Yes. Because this group is usually middle school. Aren't you middle schools?
I know it, but I told you, I told you that I'm here because the other groups were full. We are full.
Don't worry, Sabrina.
There were
no,
a lot of people.
Yes, there were a lot of people. But Sabrina, if you want to come with the other groups, it's okay. Don't you worry.
On Thursday. On Thursday.
Either on Wednesday or on Thursday. B1
on
B1,
Wednesday
but then
too.
everybody gets mixed up, to be honest. But yes, B1 on Wednesday, B2 on Thursday, from 5 to 7. If you want to move to the primary school group, because you know what, I give materials to them to use in the classrooms, songs, videos, activities they can do, and they exchange materials and so on. So it might be more useful to you to attend the primary school group.
I'll let you know that the next
Sabrina, don't tell anyone and simply move to the other group. Come on the other group.
I think it's better on Thursday, because on Wednesday I have team groups. Meeting with my colleagues, and
so
it's not
Sabrina,
good.
Please send me a text message privately.
Yes, okay.
So that I've got your number and I can send you the links and the
you can change the group.
Yes, I'm not sure because it's Stefano who made it, but I can send you, the dates, and if you ask me for the link just the day before or the same day, I will send you the link each time, because it might be more useful to you to attend the other group, because they, for example,
I see.
Yesterday they wanted some suggestions. I gave them a lot of suggestions for Christmas songs.
Good.
Word crafts, poems, and so on. And now they asked for something to do in January. So basically something about winter. So I'm preparing for them a video on what do animals do in the winter time. Birds fly south, the bears hibernate into their caves, and so on and so on. So it must be, I'm sure it's more useful to you to attend the primary school. What grades do you teach? What grades? First,
in 2 fourth classes.
Fourth classes. Fourth grades. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, text me privately and send me your email. So I will send you all the material we have done up to now. And then I will send you the dates for the next meetings. And on those days, if you please text me again, because I tended to forget things. I've got so many things to remember.
Later. At the end of this lesson.
At the end of this lesson, please text me your email and telephone number. And then I will send you the dates for the lessons. And on those dates, if you text me again, can you please send me the link? I will send you the link to get into the primary school lessons.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, because
thank you very much.
You can also go on coming with us to this lesson, but since you're a primary school teacher, I think it's more useful for you to join the other class. Yeah. Right. Yes, Eliana, what can you tell us? What are you doing at the moment? Are you a teacher of English?
No, I'm a support teacher.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not an English teacher. And could Sabrina attend both classes?
Yes.
Okay, if she wants, because we are.
Yes. Are your colleagues?
No. I don't know her. No. About the meetings in May. I would like, but because of the distance, I think
because
it
you are the
cannot
one who
be.
lives in Puglia, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's not possible for me. Even if I often went to to Verona. Now, no.
Of course, not in this
It's not
period,
possible, yes, but usually 3 times, 4 times a year
Why? Have you got
went
relatives here?
No, I've got a lot of friends because
Friends.
I have lived in Verona for some years.
You lived in Verona for a few years, yes.
Yes, and I have some colleagues and friends. So I usually visit them during the year, and they visit me during summer, of course.
Of course, Julia, come on.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Yes. Ah, well, let's hope it all start again soon because it's so sad.
Yes. What about your Christmas holidays?
Hopefully, let's cross fingers. I hope I'll be able to go up to the mountains. I'm from Calalzo di Cadore.
Yeah,
which
I remember.
is, you know where it is? Okay. And my mother still lives there, and she lives alone. She's 80. So she normally spends Christmas with us. We normally meet all together at my brother's house. He lives in near Redipuglia in Friuli.
Yeah.
But this year we won't be able to go there. He won't be able to come to Veneto. My sister lives in Tuscany and she won't be able to get out of Tuscany. So the only person who can spend Christmas with my mother is me and my family, of course, because we live in the same region. So hopefully my plan is to leave on the 23rd and in the morning, because in the Veneto region from 2:00 p.m. You are not allowed to go out of your municipality.
2 o'clock.
Yes, you can move out of your municipality till 2 p.m.
Okay, so
From
in the
2
morning.
p.m. onwards, you have to stay inside your municipality.
Yeah.
And so there is this rule made by our governor, Zaia, plus the national rules, which say no possibility to travel on the 25th, 26th, and nowadays maybe also on the 24th. So my plan is to leave on the 23rd.
Of course.
and
yes.
Drive there with my partner and my daughter.
Yeah.
Spend Christmas time there, and then maybe come back to Verona.
When? After some days?
Yeah, not on Boxing Day, on the day after Boxing Day.
Okay.
On the 27th, something like that. Also because being winter time, my mother might need help in with the snow, in you know, these kind of things. So we'll see. I really hope I'll be able to go up there. So what will you do, Eliana?
Well, we usually meet at my uncle's house. My uncles have 4 sons and daughters who lives in Milan.
Sorry, your uncle?
My uncles. So I have 4 cousins that live in Milan with their families and cousins, but and we usually a very big family, and we usually met together from the 24th to the 4th of January, but this year nobody came And so my uncles, which live next to my house, are alone, and we probably will stay with them.
Yes,
Yes.
with them.
My parents live near my house, but my sisters are out of region. I have one sister who lives in Bologna, and the other in Australia. So, well, yes, in Adelaide.
It's summertime there.
Yes, yes. Today it was very, very hot.
Really?
Yes, she said 38 degrees. And yeah, she
Where
was.
does she live? What part of Australia?
South Australia, Adelaide.
Oh, okay.
Adelaide.
Adelaide, yes.
Yes, in the south.
Yes.
She's pregnant. She's waiting for 2 twins, 2 males.
So twin babies. When
2
are they
babies.
due? When are they due?
At the end of March.
Oh, so she's
well, we hope someone can go there to help her, because she cannot travel.
No, no.
And
with that heat, I mean, it must be difficult to be pregnant.
Yes.
in summer.
Yes, yes. And also the other sister is pregnant in Bologna. And she's
What about you, Eliana? How old are you? Have you got children?
No, I'm 46. I have
46?
one son. Yes.
You sound younger.
Yes, but I'm not young.
Have you got children already?
Yes, I've got one beautiful son. He is 14 years old, and it's enough for me.
Like me.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to say at least 2 children, but after my daughter, I said, okay, 1 is enough.
1 is enough. Okay, no. I would have had another baby, but he didn't come.
Oh, you lost it.
Yes, yes. Once.
It happens so often. You have no idea.
Yes, yes. I know with my sisters. They live the same situation, but now hopefully everything is going all right.
I mean, March, yes.
Yes.
It's
March in Australia,
yes.
and June in Bologna. So
June is still at risk, but March it's already, I mean, they managed to save them, even if things should go a little bit wrong. So
yes, we hope so.
Yeah. Hi, Marina, welcome. Are you still traveling? Still going home? She can't hear us. Okay, hi Marina, welcome.
Are
you going home again?
Yes.
Yes, we were talking freely about this and that. So,
yes.
What about you, Barbara? Have you got children?
I've got 2 children, one, but they are grown-ups now. One is 22 and the other has just turned 18.
18?
Yeah.
Do they still live with you?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah. Are they students?
Yes. Yes, they
university
are. One is at university.
Secondary school, the other one.
And
yes.
The other one is at the secondary school. She's a San Michele. She's a vocational school.
Is it a daughter or a son?
One daughter, a son. The son is at university, and my daughter is at secondary.
Okay, so you've got 2 children, not 2 sons. So you've got 2 children, a son and a daughter.
I say sons. Oh, sorry.
No problem.
I was distracted, maybe.
No problems, no problems.
But the girl is a tomboy in every way, so she always Like me, she always wears trousers, and she never wears mini skirts. So,
you know, trousers are much more comfortable than dresses.
yes, they are definitely. I'd love to. I'd love that she wore them in summer, but she's a hard-headed to say. Anyway,
Right. Anyway, there it is. On the contrary, Sabrina is a very young person, isn't she? How old are you, Sabrina? Sabrina, how old are you?
Yes, yes.
How old are you?
I'm very old.
Very old, no. Your voice sounds very young.
Yes, 99. 99.
What do you mean 99?
99. 99 years old.
Come on. No, no way.
More than 40. More than 40.
More than 40. Over 40.
Over 40, yes.
The voice sounds much younger. Have you got children?
Only the voice. Yes. I've got a daughter. She's 18 years old. She's 18, yes.
Okay. What about you, Marina? Can you hear us? Must be difficult for Marina in the noise of a bus or whatever it is, train or whatever it is. Okay, anyway. So, Marina, up to now, we have talked about a lot of things like how to help people react in group, make a group, you know, work all together and grow all together. Then we moved to the coronavirus problem in the Veneto region and how afraid everybody is, especially people working in the schools. And then we talked a little bit about will we take the vaccine, will we be vaccinated or not? And we all agreed that better leave the others go first. and then we started talking about ourselves, what we do, our families, and so on. So that's what we did up to now. So what would you like to do now? What time is it? Let me check. Okay, we still have more than half an hour, so we can do something. What would you like to do? Any suggestion? Okay, I switched off Marina's microphone because there was quite a noise in the background. If you want to talk, Marina, simply switch it on again. No problems. Poor Marina. Thank you very much for being with us, even if in such a difficult, you know, situation, traveling and everything. So thank you very much indeed.
So
okay.
are you still in the, away for the New Year's, New Year's Eve?
You mean me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, Maria.
Yes, again, if I can, I'll go back up to Calalzo to spend New Year's Eve and day with my mother.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It all depends.
You could stay there all a week long if you want.
Yes, yes, but I've got so many things to do here as well. So we will see. We will see. You know, going there on the 23rd and staying until the 3rd, the 4th, 5th of January, it's quite a long time. I know it's the mountains, it's nice, but you can't go skiing. Actually, you could go cross-country skiing, but not downhill skiing.
Oh, you can't, unfortunately. Not this year.
Not this year. So, you know, I want to go there to stay with, to spend the festivities with my mother, because psychologically speaking, at least one of her children, you know, spending Christmas and New Year's Eve with her. But I don't think I will stay up for 2 weeks. I've got a lot of things to do in Verona as well.
I think you've got things. You're lucky. I don't have. My mom passed away, has just passed away, but just 6 months ago. So I don't have a mom who's here. So it will be quite sad, maybe boring, melancholical Christmas,
yes.
and also New Year's Eve. Well, by the way, you are a tourist guide, aren't you?
You are tourist guide, Barbara Del Fanti.
No, you are a you said you are a tourist guide.
Yes.
Yeah, and what? How can you do to become a tourist guide? What can you do?
Okay. First of all, you need a university diploma, a university degree. Then there are exams, national exams you have to pass to prove you know at least 1 or 2 foreign languages, plus of course history, art, a number of subjects. If you pass the written exams, then you'll have oral exams. And again, you are questioned, you are examined, tested by different specialists or teachers, like historical specialists in art, and so on and so on, who ask you questions about you know, your area and so on. And if you pass all the different stages, the phases, all the people, then you are granted. When I did it, there was a limited number of people who could enter, who were allowed to enter, and very few. Japanese, there was only 1 possibility. English, there were only 2 possibilities. So was very lucky because I entered both with Japanese and with English. So I was really very lucky. But nowadays, if you pass all the exams, everybody who passes is accepted. So there's no limited number anymore.
Yes, it is interesting, but maybe not for me because I'm not very young. But anyway.
But there are elderly people who work as a guide. You don't need to be particularly young. There's no.
I'd love to, but anyway, it's I don't
It's
know.
a very nice job. It's a very nice job. Very nice.
You know, when I was younger, I didn't like art so much, history of art, but I realized that it's a fine subject now. Maybe.
It all depends on how they're taught to you.
Yeah,
when I was young, I didn't like history because it was all in a series of dates and names and dates and dates. I hated it. But then when I studied it by myself, asking myself, why did this happen and what was the result and what and how people used to live, and you know, the differences in the different parts of the world, it became also much more interesting, much more interesting, really. So it all depends on how the subject is you know, presented to you, is taught to you.
I love history, indeed.
Yeah, nowadays I do too. But when I was at school, I didn't like it. But nowadays, I love it.
Because when I go on tour somewhere, I like the history of the place, and I like to learn to revise that history.
Yes, exactly. Especially if you find a good guide who makes you understand.
Sometimes,
you know.
I went to Torino. We visited with my family years ago. they were kids. Aspetta, come si chiama? La Basilica di Superga. You know, that on the hill. And the guide really was interesting. And she explained us how they built it, that they had to lower the whole hill. The top of the hill had been flattened, okay? And then the church was built. And it was really interesting.
Yeah.
I loved it. I really loved it.
Yeah. Yes, nowadays I love history myself. Yeah.
Yes, because in art I got reconciled with art. Just because maybe I looked at sight and I tried to learn, to study, to read. And I said, how interesting, how beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Sometimes when you are at school, you simply learn because you have to learn. And so all the fascination of the things disappear because you have to do that in a certain time, in a certain way, and it becomes, you know, a burden, actually, un peso, a burden. But when you do it by yourself, and you do it because you are interested at your pace, coi tuoi tempi, at your pace, it all becomes much more interesting.
And
really.
you may regret not to have studied it better at school.
Exactly.
Maybe my art book was terrible because the photos, most of the photos were in black and white. So how can you describe a picture if it is in black and white? How could you tell about the colors? Just to learn by heart.
Yeah, and yes, you learned it by heart, and that was all. You know what? I didn't even study art or history much at school because I attended a ragioneria.
Okay.
So there was history, but only 1 hour per week, and there wasn't art at all. So then when I went to university, I picked up languages. So I had some history exams and art exams, but yes.
In French, I learned a lot about the French art and the literature, more than English. The French department was really very well organized. And we studied a lot. But
Did you graduate in languages?
Yes, both English and French.
English and French. Yeah.
But I studied English at university and French at school.
Yeah, I studied French at school myself. Middle school and secondary school, I studied French. I started English on the 2 last years of the secondary school and then university.
Yeah, me too. I started English at university, and because I was curious about languages at that time.
Yes, because it's a way you learn so much about the cultures which are behind the language, and it's so fascinating, really.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. I was really curious. I tried to learn Spanish last year, but I stopped it. But I should learn German because I have German relatives in.
I know German is very difficult, I suppose. Yeah. Spanish is more similar to Italian. Somehow you manage to make you understand and to understand, the others. But German is, it's a difficult language, I think.
German is difficult, and luckily my cousins speak Italian because they have started since we were children. So but maybe I should do sooner because Spanish is very intuitive.
Yes.
And not German, but my German cousin told me that Dutch is as intuitive for them Spanish is
because they speak German. Oh yes, Dutch is very similar to German.
That because my daughter would study Spanish because it is very much intuitive.
Yes,
he said it's like Dutch for us. Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Dutch is very similar to German, for what I know. Yes. So, Marina, do you want to say something to us, or is it a bad moment?
No, I'm on the train. There is the noise.
Yeah.
Because
we can hear you. We can hear you if you want to tell us something. We can hear you very well.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, because
you've got the earphones.
Okay.
You've got the earphones. Yes. What did you graduated in? Earphones or headphones? Headphones sono quelli che si mettono in testa così. Earphones sono quelli piccolini che vanno nelle orecchie.
Earphones. My earphones.
Yes, yours are earphones. What did you graduated in? What you don't teach, you are a headmistress, aren't you?
Headmaster, yes.
Yes. What did you graduated in?
I graduated in biological science and natural science too, and I'm doctorate in chemical and physical.
Wow, chemistry and physics.
Yes.
Chemistry and physics. Wow, congratulations. Congratulations, really. And physics. Yes. So, will you get your vaccination when it's possible? Against coronavirus? Against coronavirus?
Yes. I think that the epidemic is similar to influenza. So I'm not afraid about coronavirus. But I use with my student the DPI, and so I'm in the school since September to now without difficulty.
Yeah. Lucky you. I am terrified. I'm very scared about coronavirus. I'm so happy I do at least a part of my lessons online.
Yes. I'm always in presence in the school.
Yes, face to face with your students. Yeah, which is much better in a way, even if they can't see your smile.
Yes.
They can't see half of your face, but at least, you know, you can move and they can move. I know, but right.
The mask is in symbiosis with my body. Because
nowadays, yes, you even forget about having it on or not.
Yes.
Go to sleep and then think.
Yes,
oh
yes.
God, I've got the mask on. Yes. And so we finally found someone who wants to be vaccinated. Hooray, hooray. Because all of us tended to say, better let somebody else go first. So better let someone else
Então, Nai, não consegui ainda não. Tô mandando mensagem.
Meglio che lasciamo che vada prima qualcun altro.
Yes.
We are all very skeptical about vaccines. We're all very skeptical about vaccines. So we all had the position of We'll see. In the meantime, let somebody else go first. But of course, as a science person, almost a scientist, you are in favor of vaccination, of course.
Yes.
It's your, of course, mentality. Yeah, good. Now, you know, our worries were mainly two. First of all, possible allergies or side effects, effetti collaterali. And second worry was it hasn't been tasted long enough. So we know that it may work and be accepted in the short term, but what will the problems be in the long term? We don't know, because it hasn't been tasted for the long term, a lungo termine. So, you know. So
I'm sure that I will not take the vaccination. No.
You will not, or
No.
you will?
No.
Ah, I thought you would. I thought you will, because being a scientist, I mean,
No. I'm opposite to vaccination.
You're against it. You're against it.
Against it.
Yes. Why
Yes.
are you against it? Why?
Because I have a sister that is medical, and my sister is against the vaccination, because the virus is RNA virus, and so the nucleic acid entry in our nucleic acid, so the effect are imprevedible.
Yes.
In the single body, because my body can be have a reaction different from other body.
I see. Okay, but I mean.
So maybe the vaccination cannot be useful. So
What do you
mean? Marina's sisters thinks that vaccination cannot be useful.
Yes.
Okay, not dangerous.
No, my sister said to me the experimentation is too small now for this vaccination.
Exactly, you know. There can be always side effects with vaccinations, but the actual vaccinations have been tested for years and years, and we know that the side effects are relatively, you know, contained, not too big, and rare, you know. But this new one hasn't been tasted long enough, so we don't know. I heard about a lady in Alaska, I think, who had very serious side effects. So very serious, molto gravi. So if I can, I'd rather not. If I can, I'd rather not. Se posso, preferirei di no vaccinarmi. I'd rather not vaccinate.
Yes, if you are allergic, you not have a vaccination, because I am allergic, so I are free for vaccination.
Okay, you cannot, yeah. Well, this is not very good either, but anche questo però non è una grande cosa, però yeah. My worry is that vaccination will be made compulsory, not officially compulsory, but if you get vaccination, you get, for example, a kind of a small passport, and you can take planes, go to hotels, go abroad. If you don't vaccinate, you might not be allowed to get on a plane, to go abroad, to get on a hotel, and so...
But is a ricatto.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's difficult to find the people that a sector that like to have a vaccination before the sanitary. Now the people in the school.
Yes. Yes, first, all the people working in hospitals or with elderly ones. Then the elderly ones. And there again, I wonder that if it's been tasted on elderly people, because for what I know, they have tasted young, healthy people. But if the same vaccine was given to elderly people, maybe with some, health problems, I don't know whether the results would have been the same. So, we must be very careful with elderly people with the health problems, because the effects can be completely different. So, but luckily, Britain is starting first, and then we're, after them. So we'll see how it works there and in the States.
They are starting with elderly people.
Yes.
So we can.
They are starting with, doctors and nurses and people working in hospitals and in elderly houses,
Yes.
casa di riposo, and then immediately afterwards, people over 80, and then over 70, and then over 60, and so on and so on and so on. We working in schools, we might be pushed to, get the vaccination, because we are not really at risk, but, more at risk than other categories. So.
What about your students or colleagues? Do you know any positive?
Yes. I have colleagues who got COVID, and students too. Yes. Yeah.
And are they okay? Or were they in the hospital?
Some of them are still in quarantine, and they've got big headaches, and their bones ache a lot, and they are very, how can I say, without strength, without energies, and a little bit of fever, not very much, something like 37.6, 37.8, something like that. But all considered a very debilitating situation, but not too bad, luckily. But a couple of them have lost their parents. One has lost his father, and now actually her father, she is a woman, she lost her father, and now her mother is also ill. And the other one has just lost his father. He's a man.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. They were old. My colleague's father was 92, and the other one was around 87. They were old, but nevertheless, it's sad. It's also particularly sad because they couldn't even say goodbye to them. They couldn't even stay with them.
They were in in the hospital alone. Yes.
Exactly. And I know people that nowadays say, I don't want to go to hospital. I don't want to go to hospital. Please let me die in my house. Because, I mean, if you're not seriously ill, you can stay home. And if you're seriously ill, some people tend to think better die at home than die all alone in a hospital. So, which is very sad.
Yes.
And some of my students.
Maybe, yes, the doctors, family doctors, I don't know how to call them, can help in this situation. It's always better to stay at home.
I don't even have a doctor anymore because my doctor retired some 7-8 months ago. In January, actually, in January, I got a letter from ASL saying, your family doctor has retired. You are invited to choose another one. But since I'm never ill, I never, worried about choosing another one. So maybe I should.
Yes, I think so.
Both me and my daughter, we all had the same doctor, and he's retired, so we don't have a doctor now.
Maria Pia?
Yes.
Last February, I was a strange flu. I think it was COVID. Because before the lockdown, before all people knew about COVID. Because
didn't you do the test at the beginning of the school year? All teachers
in September. In September, yes. I have the test, but it is negative.
So you didn't get it. It wasn't COVID. It wasn't coronavirus.
But they say that it may be because it happened many months before.
Okay, so maybe you didn't have the
anticorps,
the anticorps anymore.
Anticorps, yeah. Because I never have a flu, and last year I have a terrible flu. I have the fever very, very strong. My bones are ached, and my fever is all over 38 or 39 for 3 days long, and it could go down. So it is impossible. And after a week, I started to have a cough, and I have this cough. It lasted, okay, thank you, until the end of February. So for 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
Until I go to the mountains, and maybe I changed the air.
Yeah.
Yes. And I started to go
feel better.
Feel better. Yes.
To recover, to feel better. Yes. Yes, fever is not really wrong, but usually we use the word fever for not temperature, but fever like la febbre di far qualcosa.
Okay, temperature, okay.
Temperature is better for per febbre, body temperature is better, yes. High temperature, so you had a high temperature, cough, and your bones ached a lot for something like 3 weeks. And then you started to recover, to feel better finally, when you went to the mountains. Might have been, who knows?
And I couldn't hear the smell.
Oh, you lost your smell.
Yes. And this is strange, very strange. Then when I heard that for COVID patient is this situation, I realized that maybe it is the COVID for me too. Yeah. Because maybe I don't.
Yes, it's a very common effect to lose the taste and smell abilities. So might have been coronavirus then, yes, who knows? Only, you know, people didn't know about it. So even the doctors didn't think about it. So, yeah.
My husband, my son, and I lived the same situation of Antonella at the end of January. And what I remember was the weakness, and we cannot be able to go up the stairs because we were very, very tired for a month, for about a month, with cold, with fever, but fever not high temperature, just one day or two.
Yes.
And it was the end of January.
Huh, might have been.
Couldn't do
might
much.
have been.
Yeah.
Yes, you couldn't do much because you had no energies, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
You couldn't do much. Yeah. Who knows? Might have been. Have you tried the test at the beginning of the school year?
Yes, but the doctor said the same thing of Antonella's doctor.
That since January,
yes,
you might have lost
the anticorps lasts for some months, and it was too late.
But also, if you get vaccinated, the immunity lasts for a few months, probably.
Months? Okay. Yes.
If you don't have the anticorps after a few months, I suppose it's the same with the vaccine. You lose immunization after a few months, probably. I don't know. What a
we have
horrible
to think
situation.
about it. Yes.
Okay, let's forget about these sad things. It's almost Christmas time. We're 3 days and then we're on holidays. Da, 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 da. And yes,
we need this vacation. We need these holidays.
Yes,
we really need it.
We need a long holiday. Definitely, we do. Definitely. I
yes.
don't know. I do. I do. Yes. Yes. Did I tell you about the vocabulary for Christmas? La vigilia di Natale, Christmas Eve, il giorno di Natale, Christmas. Did I tell you? I told someone, I can't remember whether.
No.
So Christmas Eve è la vigilia di Natale. Eve is for evening. And then, e poi il giorno di Natale? Christmas Day. E poi quello che noi chiamiamo Santo Stefano, Boxing Day. Because in the past, the noble and rich families used to exchange presents on Christmas Day among themselves and then give presents, give usually small boxes to the servants with a small present inside, a little bit of money, these kind of things. So much so that the banks decided to stay open on Boxing Day so that the people could deposit their money into the banks. And even today, banks are open on Boxing Day. So if you wanted to deposit your money, the money you got for Christmas, you can do that. So.
Okay, let's hope it happens to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Then we have, poi abbiamo l'ultimo dell'anno, San Silvestro. How do you call it in English?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Well done. Well done. New Year's Eve. And what about Capodanno?
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. Exactly. And what about, that's funny, l'Epifania?
It's Epiphany. or not? 12th night.
12th night, exactly. The 12th night, because it's the 12th night after Christmas. If you count from Christmas, Christmas is on the 25th. Then 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So it's the 12th day or night after Christmas. So they call it the 12th night. And there's a very funny play by Shakespeare called the 12th night. It's got to do with elves and so on. Very funny. That's almost it. So, what's your favorite day of Christmas holidays? What's your favorite day, Barbara?
I think no. It is the same thing.
They're all
Maybe
the same.
Maybe Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
The day before, we should do the cooking.
Ah,
Maybe.
Christmas Day is your favorite, not New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
No, because we do nothing. We used to do nothing. Last year we went skiing, my husband and I. We went to Bulgaria. We went skiing. And
are you good at skiing?
What?
Are you good at skiing?
Not very good, because I started at 30 years old, when I was 30, and I stopped at 35.
Oh,
very short, but very intense, of course. And
what kind of skiing? Downhill or cross country?
Because I met my husband, and he wouldn't do cross country. He was just doing it downhill. So I had to learn it. I could do. I did quite well. It was only times that he was kind to me, in a way.
Oh, what do you mean? Come on.
He would wait for me. He would help me only in that
occasion.
Occasion, yes. And last year I lost it. Or not 2 years ago, I think. I had not an argument, not really, but something slighter than an argument. I was thinking about my own business, and I did not look at him. I thought I had taken away a path, and he took the other one. Can do without you, I said. That time I can do.
What about your children?
No, they don't go skiing. We haven't learned.
Really?
We haven't taught. We haven't taught them because we didn't like. They didn't like. So.
Can they skate at least?
No, they can't. When they were kids, we went to Moscow, and I had a slate with brakes, a little bob.
Yes.
It is bob in English now. I don't know.
No, bob.
And it was mine. Okay, when I was a child, I got it as a gift, and they used it. And my elder son once was going down the hill, and he insomma è riuscito a schivare una persona. Ha tirato il freno in alto, è andato, they can't explain in English, è andato on the side, on this side, in obliquo è andato.
Oh my God.
Really funny.
He hit him on the side.
Yeah, he did not bang. Non l'ha colpita, proprio l'ha schivata, l'ha sfiorata.
Ah, ok. Just missed it.
Non guardate il vocabolario, questo. No, non ha colpito nessuno, non so come ha fatto. I don't know how did he do. But maybe he lifted the slate on its right side, maybe, and he could... avoid people.
To avoid him. He managed. Managed
to avoid him. What was it?
È riuscito a schivarlo.
Yeah.
Just missed him.
That's funny, but no.
Dangerous.
But he wants to learn now, to learn skiing. Now, but his sister does not want.
Snowboarding now is more.
No, skiing.
Then
he wants to go skiing now.
Snowboarding. Snowboarding now is more common than skiing.
Now I think he does not want to learn snowboarding. He wants to learn. He bought second-hand skis and boats.
Yes.
But this time, I don't know.
Isn't it sad? It's normally. I mean, it's not normally. Sorry. It's normally the ski slopes are normally closed on Christmas time because there's not enough snow. This year there's a lot of snow, but they cannot open.
Yes. Sad but true.
Isn't it sad? Right, Antonella, can you ski or skate or snowboard or do something? Some winter sport?
I like all the winter sports. I prefer snowboarding, but I usually go to cross country with my parents, my family. When I was young, I like downhill skiing, but now I prefer snowboarding or cross-country skiing.
Yes.
With my daughter, we like to go skating on the ice, skating in Bosco to Bosco, or in other in Trentino when we go to the holiday. Yes. I like very much a winter sport.
Yes. Do you also go walking with your snow shoes?
Not with yes, I go to walk, but with normal shoes.
Boots or whatever they are.
Yes, boots.
Okay, right. What about you, Eliana? Do you like winter sports?
Yes, I like skiing, but I'm not very good at it.
You mean downhill skiing?
Downhills, yes. I went skiing with my parents once a year during Christmas time when I was a baby. Since I was, I don't know, 16. Then I stopped and I started again with my son. So I used to go skiing with my son once a year. Yeah. But not this year, not last year, but I don't know. Okay, it's what really far from me.
Helpless, yeah. Helpless. We can't do anything about it. Helpless, yeah. It's helpless. Sabrina, can you do any winter sport? Can you Sabrina is the one who cannot talk. Just
Maria Pia have to go.
No, okay.
Maria Pia have to go.
No, I love
sorry. What time is it? It's already 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Sorry.
I wish you Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. See you next year.
Bye. Sabrina, can you do any winter sport? Sabrina, can you?
Unfortunately, no. I love winter sport, but
you don't.
I'm not good.
Okay. All right. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye. See you next year.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.